Hey there, how there, hello there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you to Game 7 of the 2026 Super Trny quarterfinals between the 2016 Chicago Cubs and the 1823 Kansas City Monarchs. We've did the 3 game sixes as the 1906 Cubs put the shutdown on the 1924 Senators 7-0, thanks to a great pitching performance by Carl Lundgren, whose ERA dips to 1.93. The 2016 Cubs yesterday beat the Monarchs 12-4 in their own ballpark after Kansas City crushed Cubs in their ballpark. Great job by the team. Lester doing his job to force a Game 7, and in the game of the games, we saw the Diamondbacks score 6 runs in the first inning, up 8-0 after 3, and nearly choke it as the White Sox went 8-7 thanks to Eloy Jimenez's 6 RBIs, which is now a record for the tournament. Keiko and Giolotto almost saved the day, but they didn't in the end. So we have 1 Game 7. As we look at the bracket, we have the 29 seed 1906 Cubs, who had a terrible bracket in the preliminaries, taking 10th place, but their 29 seed doesn't matter. They've taken out 3 of the top 4 seeds, the 2020 Dodgers, the 1942 Cardinals, and the 1924 Senators to get to the semifinals. The 1908 Cubs at number 16 kind of made the cut to host the series. They home field advantage. They took out the 95 Indians in 5, the 1981 Expos in 4, to my chagrin, but I kind of figured as a Canadian. And they took out the 85 Cardinals in 5. So they've had the shortest amount of games. They've only lost 2 games. The 1906 Cubs have lost 4, which isn't half bad. The 1999 Diamondbacks, the 11 seed to start, they had a tough time with 79 Orioles. They couldn't sweep them. They did win Game 5, though. And then against the 61 Giants, same thing. They were up 3-0, lost Game 4, won Game 5. And then they took out the 2020 White Sox. It was a great 6-game battle, which saw lots of runs and lots of RBIs and all that. So, anyhow, we're going to see that. Arizona has lost 4 times as well. So, yeah, they've been well rested. Now, here's the thing. The 2016 Cubs have lost 8, and the 1923 Monarchs have lost 7. So whoever wins this game will have had the longest stretch. So yeah. So if the 2016 Cubs win, this would be massive because they took out the 1999 Pirates, the 8 seed, in 6 games. They were number 25, so they took 9th in their bracket. They took out the 98 Yankees 4 games to 3, but it was one dice roll that saved the Cubs season. The Yankees had a chance in the bottom of the 9th of Game 6 to win the game, but one number out of 12 foiled them. They went to extra innings, and Rizzo with that bases clearing double, and then a great Game 7 matchup last time. The Monarchs, they took out the 41 Red Sox and Mr. Ted Williams in 6. Then they took out the 1908 Tigers in 6 with Ty Cobb. They've had some legendary stars. 2016 Cubs, not so much like legend stars. So our 6 Game 7 continues, and we will have Kyle Hendricks and Bullet Rogan pitching the Cubs with their AI set lineup: Knobloch, Fowler, Bryant, Wagner, Zobrist, Rizzo, Contreras, Montero, and Conklin. But they are going to say no to Montero. And I do believe it is going to be yes to Kyle Schwarber. So Schwarber is going to come in the DH instead of David Ross. The Monarchs, well, let's see. Joseph, Duncan, Moore, Cobb, Sweat. I don't think he's got it. Wade Johnston's going to come in and play. Well, Hurley McNair will play center. Heavy will play left field. So Wade Johnston will DH. Here we go. Game 7 afoot. Who will finish it off? Oh, and I forgot to mention that if the 2016 Cubs do win as the 25 seed, they will be going to face their 1908 brethren and all that. The 1908 Cubs will get home field over the 2016 Cubs, which means that the 1906 team will have to go to Arizona to face on the 99 Diamondbacks because the Diamondbacks would be the better seat, would be the best seat. However, if the Monarchs win today, they host the 1906 Cubbies, and then that means we have the battle between the 1908 Cubs and the 99 Diamondbacks.
Replay Radio is live from Kansas City. Top of
live from Association Park. Bullet Rogan 3-2 with a 4.1 ERA. This is his 7th appearance. He did have 12 strikeouts against the Tigers. He will face Chucky Knobloch, who played for the Yankees, and then the Cubs picked him up for second base because they needed second baseman. 364 with 3 RBIs in 7 games for them. Pitcher lane. Hits at the second, and he's gone. 1 out.
1 out, base is empty.
Here's Dexter Fowler from Atlanta, 20 games played, 242, home run, 6 RBIs. He's actually picked up a little bit. Hit the short, and he's gone. So second, first, same as the first.
2 outs, base is empty.
Here comes Chris Bryant, Mr. Cub, as they call him. Las Vegas. 297, a dinger, and 5 RBIs. And a walk.
2 outs, men on first.
Here comes Honus Wagner, picked up for the 1909 Pirates after 6 games. Had 2 triples against them. 6 RBIs, 6 games, 10 RBIs in 14 games as a Cub. Batting average isn't there, but the RBIs are there. Number the second, flips at the first. That's an easy play.
No runs, no hits, and 1 left on.
And of course, yes, we are playing Game 7 rules, which means if you give up a run, you must be yanked. Unless you're in the lead, and then you can use discretion. If the Monarchs win, the rule is you pick up a starter, you pick up a pitcher and a position player. The Monarchs are thinking about Willie Contreras to take over from Duncan at catcher. The Cubs win, they are looking at Heavy Johnson coming in to play right field, I think.
Bottom of the first.
Bottom of the first, you got Newt Joseph leading off. 250 with 207 RBIs. Unfortunately, though, there's no biographical stuff on these players. Kyle Hendricks, 3-1 with a 1.91 ERA. Had a complete shutout in Game 3 against these Monarchs. And he was the hero in Game 7 against the Yankees 2 weeks ago. He was the winner of that one. Pitch to Joseph. Looping drive to left. Conklin's a 4 defensively, so this could be a catch. Or maybe not. Nope, it's a single. Joseph gets now.
No outs, men on first. The defense is playing in at the corners.
The guy who could be gone as catcher. 250 with 5 RBIs. Strike 3. Goodbye.
1 out, men on first.
Yeah, Toby Moore, 347, 8 RBIs. He was a good hitter in the first round. Fly ball, Silvers makes the catch. That's 2.
2 outs, men on first.
And here comes Ty Cobb, the Georgia Peach, picked up from the 1908 Tigers. 10 games for them, 7-game series this time. He has 5 RBIs, almost as many as he did for Detroit, with a 3-4 average. Well, the Tigers actually had a outfielder problem and had Ty Cobb on the bench for a while. Pitcher lane. And Conklin makes the catch.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Top of the second.
On to the second for Sobras, 217 with 4 RBIs from Eureka, Illinois. 17 games with them. And a single to center field. It could, I was going to say
no
it could
outs,
be a
men
double.
on first.
Here's Anthony Rizzo from Fort Lauderdale, 239 with 10 RBIs. He was the hero in Game 6 with the bases clearing double. They got them there. And a deep fly to left. Nice catch by Johnson. I thought he was going
1 out, men on first.
Here's Willie Contreras. 324, 2 home runs, 15 RBIs from Venezuela. He's the guy that Kansas City is salivating over. And he pops up. Oh.
2 outs, men on first.
I thought that was out number 3. My fault. Kyle Schwarber made to be DH. 2 for 8 with 2 RBIs. He was the guy who got injured in spring training and had to work his way back to the 2016 Cubs lineup. He didn't really play till the World Series as a DH. Now goes to the left field corner. Silverist getting on his high horse. He scores. Schwarber puts it through 1-0.
2 outs, men on second.
And now that's it for Rogan. That's the game. Ed Killian is going to be coming into the game. 1-0 with a 3.14 ERA. From Racine, Wisconsin. Twilight Ed. He did have a complete game victory for the Tigers, and they picked him up. And then with the Monarchs, he's been pretty much pitching in relief. There's Conway. 275, a home run and an RBI from Rockville, Maryland. Basically, he's the best of a bad situation. Carbo short. Throws the first. But Kyle Schwarber,
1 run,
That's
2
good.
hits,
This is not the
and
best
1 left
scoring.
on.
2020.
Bottom of the second.
On to the bottom of the second, and here comes Wade Johnson. He's made DH today, 358, home run, 9 RBIs.
No outs, men on first.
Double X. Jimmy Fox picked up from the 41 Red Sox after they got 3 home runs against him, but they picked him up. He's had 268 home run, 9 RBIs in 13 games, so he hasn't really done much. Johnston's going to try to steal. I don't know if that's a good idea. 43 on the nose. It has to be higher. No.
1 out, bases empty.
That's a mistake. That could bite them in the butt. Here's Fox. Goodbye, strike 3.
2 outs, bases empty.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Here's Hurley McNair. Home run, 10 RBIs, 246. Pitch and lane. And that's ground ball. Hendricks flips it to Rizzo. And nothing.
No runs, 1 hit, and none left on. Top of the third.
Back to the top of the order for Knobloch. Hit the short and got him. That's 1 down.
1 out, bases empty.
Here's Fowler. Did he go deep? Hey, hey! Holy cow! Say goodbye that one. Dexter's Laboratory. 2
1 out, bases empty.
Didn't think he could do it. Well, home run. They're gonna yank him, and it's gonna be Curry. I gotta put him in. Rube Curry 5-0. It might not matter in the end. Fly ball to center by Bryant. McNair makes catch. That's 2 down.
2 outs, bases empty.
Not have to be like, where did we go wrong? Wagner. And he's out. So Curry trying hard to win 6 games.
1 run, 1 hit,
Well, he's
and
won
none left
4
on.
starts, and he's had 1
Bottom of the
release,
third.
if memory serves me right. Here's Heavy Johnson, left field. He leads the entire tournament in RBIs with 20. Not home runs. Ballpark effect. Hit or miss. That might be this. Indeed, it's a miss. Fly ball to right. Sobres makes the catch. I keep forgetting that F9 is not
1 out,
center field.
bases
It's
empty.
right field. Here's Bubbles Anderson. 2 home runs, 9 RBIs. Hit the third, and he's gone. 2 down.
2 outs, bases empty.
Here's Newt Joseph. Back to the top of the order. Doubles to the right field corners. Joseph trying to get something going. For the
2
moment.
outs, man on second.
Here's Duncan. Hit or miss? That's a miss. No, it's a single. He got the 6. It's a routine single and it's 2-1. So Frank Duncan telling them, hey, I'm not...
2 outs,
yeah,
man on first.
I'm going to help us win. Here's Dobie. And he flies it to left. Now, he could be in this
1
backup
run,
catcher, but
2 hits,
in
and 1 left
essence,
on.
it's like,
Top of the fourth.
I don't know. The Monarchs could basically do it, but they don't have another catcher prospect. So, like, well, Duncan, I think, has got almost every inning. Here's Sobers. And that's a hit up the Getty.
No outs, man on first.
Here comes Rizzo. Base hit. So Anthony Rizzo gets a single. So it's first and second.
No outs, men on first and second.
Here comes Contreras. Hit the short, and he's out at first, so second and third. It does give Schwarber an RBI opportunity.
1 out, men on second and third. They brought the infield in.
Pitch to Schwarber. Here walks Schwarber, now Conklin. Well, this might be a
1
good
out,
situation.
bases
I mean,
loaded.
they do have... Oh, here's the base action. It is a 1-1, a possible pickoff. He picks off Sobres. Nice job by Curry.
2 outs,
Sobres
men on
bobbles
first and
it.
second.
And now no RBI. Conklin needs a long hit. Hit the second, and... Oh, I think that would have been a double play. The Cubs can't score.
No
over
runs,
Curry.
2 hits,
Yeah,
and 2 left
even if,
on.
I think it's definitely
Bottom of
a
the
double
fourth.
play. On to Cobb. On the fourth. Looping drive to left. Conklin is a 4 defensively. Might not matter. And it doesn't matter. Cobb gets a looping single, and now the teams are tied in hits
No
with
outs,
5.
men on
And now
first.
here's Wade
The
Johnson.
defense is playing in at the corners. He's going to lay down a bunt.
Johnson's gonna bunt. Rizzo sees this and catches the ball, but Cobb may have screwed up. Nope. Cobb gets back to first. We do
One
get
out,
an out.
men on first.
Man, that would have been impressive if you got Ty Cobb all bent out of shape. Here's double X. Hit or miss? That looks like a miss. It is a miss. Fox can't do it, and Conklin makes the catch. That's 2 down.
2 outs, men on first.
Here's McNair. Looping drive to center. Fowler's at 3 defensively. This could be a hit. I think it is. Yes, it is. A looping single by McNair. Cobb will move to third, and now Heavy Johnson get a piece by the best RBI man.
2 outs, men on first and third.
Can he do it? Doesn't have to. He gets hit by Hendricks and now Bubbles Anderson. So that kind of works out for the Cubs.
2 outs,
Because
bases
Bubbles
loaded.
has done decently, but he hasn't really been that big. Pitch and away. Base hit. We're tied. The Sobers make a mistake. It has to be higher than a... Nope, it's a 66. So it's a looping single. We are tied at 2.
2 outs, bases loaded.
And Hendricks says he wants to stay in the game despite being 2 for 2. He wants to finish this inning. He does. He strikes out New Joseph.
1 run, 3 hits, and
Cubs
3
really
left
need
on.
another run
Top of the 5th.
to help Hendricks out. There's no block. Well, 1 for 4 stolen bases. I should do this on base checks. And he doubles to right field, so Knobloch is trying to do his part.
No outs, men on second.
Here's Fowler, 1 for 2. Good. He did hit a home run last time. But he strikes out this time, so Curry gets his point.
1 out, men on second.
Here's Bryant. Round ball to short. He's out. And Bryant. And Knobloch will have to stay.
2 outs, men on second.
It was Bryant for stolen bases. Now he hasn't had a stolen base opportunity. Wagner 3 for 3 steals. Pitch away. Round ball to first. Stomp on first by Fox. And Curry gets out of the mess again.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Bottom of the 5th.
He should have started game 7. I don't know. Well, anyway, here's Frank Duncan to come to the plate. 2 for 2 steals. They say at the gut. Hendricks might have to leave the game soon.
No outs, men on first.
It might be a bullpen.
The defense is playing
Here's Dobie,
in
1
at the
for 2.
corners.
Duncan is going to try to steal. Not so fast. He's out.
1 out, bases empty.
So that helps the Cubs. Catch 2 more. Say get that one. More. How do you like it? How do you like it? More. How do you like that? How do you like that?
1 out,
His
bases
first
empty.
home run is now 3-2, and that's going to be the end of Hendricks. It is going to be Rondon who's going to come in. He has a pair of saves. He's not the main closer. That's Chapman. But Rondon is going to come in to face Cobb. He's 3 for 3 steals. Hit the first, and he's out.
2 outs, bases empty.
Here's Wade. 1 for 7 steals. You just can't steal a base. They said it. I wonder what they'll do now. In essence.
2 outs, men on first.
Nope, he's not going to try. Here's double X. Uh-oh, did he just go DP2? He needs a low number. It's a 4. It's a looping single by Fox. Johnston moves to third, so first and third for Portland.
2 outs, men on first and third.
He is 3 for 7 stealing bases. Pitched on the way. Hit to short, and... Ooh, Boswell error. Nope. They get the out. Rondon gets him. Cut the
1 run, 4 hits,
have
and
chipped
2
away,
left
now
on.
we're up 3-2.
Top of the
Feel bad for
6th.
Hendricks. He was the hero in Game 7 in the previous round, not this time. Here's Sobris, 3 for 3 stealing bases. Pitch on the way. Got him, strike 3.
1 out, bases empty.
Here comes Rizzo. That was the center, so I think they might even yank him.
1 out, men on
They
second.
can yank him. I would yank him. Yeah, they're going to yank him. It's going to be Bell. It's going to be William Bell who will come up to pitch. 0-1 with a 1-2 ERA. Yeah, he said. Yeah, Nice ERA, but he's given up only. But he lost. Here's Willie Contreras. What can he do? Strike out. That's what he'll do. Yeah, I think you gotta take Curry out because one brutal mistake is all it could take to tie the game. Here's Schwarber. Walk by Bell, and now first and second for Coghlan.
2 outs, men on first and second.
Coghlan moves at the gap. Heavy's at 2. This could be a double. This could be brutal. It is. Down the line. Rizzo scores. Schwarber scores. Coghlan with a 2 RBI double. Dude only had 1 RBI in 16 games?
2 outs,
3 games
man on second.
1 RBI in 17 games, and he doubles it. He's gonna be a freaking hero. Now William Bell can continue. Now because they yanked a pitcher in the middle of the inning, Bell can continue to pitch. He doesn't have to be yanked. There's Knobloch. They're gonna let him pitch. Base hit by Knobloch, and Coghlan scores. Makes it 5-3 Cubs.
2 outs, men on first.
And Knobloch might try to steal. I think they're going to yank Bell. No, that's Fowler. And it's a steal by Knobloch. Chuck Knobloch has been perfect for the Cubs for their second base situation.
Man on second.
With no bias and no... who else was the one who struggled? Someone struggled. Oh, Addie Russell. But here's Fowler. Ball 4. Now I think they're going to yank Bell. They
2 outs, men on first and second.
They're in trouble now. They're going to have to yank Bell. Well, there's a base action chart. It's a double 6. It's a possible pickoff on Knobloch. Nope, he's safe.
2 outs, men on first and second.
And they're going to yank Bell. They only have 2 guys, Gisenter and Bell. So Cliff Bell will have to pitch. Gisenter will probably have to pitch soon. Pitch to Bryant. Hit the short, and he's out. Bell does the job, but the Cubs put 3 in the 6 to make it 5-3.
And 2 left on.
Are they going to do what the 1998 Yankees did? Are they going to do it again? Go down 3-2 in their opponent's ballpark to win 6 and 7. Here's Heavy.
No outs, men on first.
There's Bubbles.
It's a hit and run.
Hit and run. It's a base hit, and Heavy should be getting third base. So it's first and third for Luke Joker.
No outs, men on first and third.
Up 5-3.
The first baseman is playing in.
Yep, they're taking him out. It is going to be Montgomery. Mike Montgomery is going to come in to pitch. Pitch to Joseph. He's at. He's at 5-4. Double for second.
No outs, men on first and second.
And now here comes...
The defense is playing in at the corners.
Duncan, who says he's
going to lay down the bunt.
Duncan's going to do the right thing. He's going to bunt. Montgomery seizes and catches it before it falls.
1 out.
If it fell, they probably would have had to go to first base. I guess. Here's Dobie. Deep fly to left, and that's to the wrong
2
side.
outs, men on first and
second, and here comes Ty Cobb. If anyone's going to get a hit, he can. And a fly ball. Montgomery saves their butts.
1 run.
It is 5-4 though.
And 2 left on.
So Monarchs are in deep trouble. One run, but that's all. And now here comes Honus. Hit the second, and Bubbles makes the catch. 1 out.
1 out. Base is empty.
Drop and throw in the first. That's what some people do. Here's Obrist. And Duncan makes the catch. 2 down.
2 outs. Base is empty.
And the Cubs won't go for Duncan. Here's Rizzo. Did he just go deep? Possible home run. Either it is or it isn't. It has to be a 6. Nope. It just is a single. So Rizzo was trying to go deep.
2 outs. Not hit a home run
in this tournament despite 10 RBIs. Here's Contreras. And he lines out. So nice job by Cliff.
No runs.
5-4.
1 hit.
They might
and 1
have
left
him
on.
pitch till the 9th at the third.
Bottom of the 7th.
Bottom of the 7th. Here's Wade Johnston. I know you're expecting taking out the ball game, but it's not as occasion for that. Ground ball the third, throw the first. Nice job by Bryant. 1 down.
1 out. Base is empty.
Here comes Box. Fox. It's a big triple, and now McNair.
One out, man on third.
And here
Brought
comes
the infield
Hurley.
in.
Well, a looping single would be nice. But a strikeout is better for the Cubs.
2 outs,
Now
man
Eddie
on third.
Johnson. Well, he's got the RBIs to prove it. Hit or miss. That looks like a hit. It is a hit. A looping single by Heavy. We are tied at 5. That's why he's the RBI leader. That's why the Cubs are celebrating it with him.
2 outs, man on
5-5,
first.
and that's going to be the end of Montgomery. And it's going to be Joe Smith coming in. I know he's kind of the closer, but he's not. That's Chapman's job. Here's Bubbles. Ooh, a rare play. Is it a number? No, it's not. It's a 4. And since Bubbles is the slower runner, they're going to go for Bubbles, obviously. Must be higher than 3. It's not. He gets a single out of it. First and second for Glee.
2 outs, men on first and second.
3 hits today. And that's hit number 4, but is it a tater tot? It is! Say goodbye! New Dove, Earl, New Dove, Earl, New Dove, Earl.
2 outs, bases empty.
Wow! I didn't expect that. And, oh, Smith's... Oh, I thought they could take Smith out. They can't. I guess maybe New Joseph should be the leadoff guy. Moving drive to center field. Fowler. This looks like a hit. This is a hit. Duncan gets a base hit. 8-5.
2 outs, men on first.
Yeah, Duncan, I'm actually shocked. Maybe they might not keep him. I don't know. Well, anyway, Smith is gone. That's him. It will be Trevor Cahill. They're going to go with Cahill now. Here's Dobie. Oh, it's a rare play. And that is a 5, so we go to the playbook. And it is a 3-4. Grounder to third base. Bryant throws to second, but the throw is off target. Does not block swipe it. Thankfully, he does. Great stretch.
4 runs.
But the Monarchs put 4 on the board. It's 8-5.
Top of the 8th.
This is nip and tuck all over again. Here's Schwarber. Goodbye, Trick 3.
1 out, base is empty.
Here's Conklin. RBI double. And a pop up to Anderson. 2 down.
2 outs, base is empty.
This game is a massive case of yo-yo. Number. Eddie's gone. Bell does his job.
It's a 1-2-3 inning.
How many 1-2-3 innings have we seen? I think this is the first 1-2-3 inning. Thanks. Well, here's Ty Cobb. Cahill, it's Cobb, Johnston, and Fox. You know who's going to come in for the 9th. Probably. So Ty Cobb. They're going to keep him in the game. And a line drive to Conklin, 1 down. Maybe for defense
1 out,
purpose.
base is empty.
Now Johnston. Wait, Johnston. No. They're going to take him out, and it's going to be Newt Allen, the other Newt in this lineup. He's going to come into play. And he almost made that good prophecy.
2 outs, base is empty.
Now you got double X. They're going to keep him in the game, obviously. Say goodbye! That one! Ding, 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 ding. What does the fox say? Home run number 5. That's
2
right.
outs, base is empty.
It's now 9-5. And they're going to take McNair out. And Bobo's going to come in to pinch hit. Why not? Pitch in the way. KO. So he strikes out. But the Monarchs may have iced this game.
1 run, 1 hit.
It's now
none
9-5. Working 9-5. The first inning is the only inning that does not have a run. There was 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, 4 in the sixth, 4 in the seventh, 1 in the 8th.
Top of the 9th.
9-5. Now, Gibson Terry will probably knock him out. Center field will go to Sweat. George Sweat's going to come in to play center. You got Fowler, Bryant, and Wagner. And they're going to take Fowler out, and it's going to be Hayward. Well, might as well go down swinging. They said Hayward gets a hit. I think they're telling
No
Bell
outs,
it's
men
nice.
on first.
They don't want Gibson to. So here's Chris Bryant. You know, why take him out? And he triples 9-6. It is a safe situation now, so you know who's coming out. So Chris Bryant makes it 9-6.
No outs, man on third.
And people are like, what? Take him out. Yes, you will. Gibson is coming out. He's coming for his fourth save. He has had 3 of them. Honus Wagner at the plate. Hit the third and base hit off the glove. So Honus makes it 9-7. With no outs still.
No outs, man on first.
That's Silverest. And oh, think about it. But it's going to be Soler who's going to come in. Ooh, rare play. It is a 3, so what does the book say? 4-1, stolen base. Wagner's headed for third. Duncan makes a brutal error. Now runner on third with no outs.
No outs, man on third.
Soler's got to do something here. Got him, strike 3. Big strike on my left.
1 out.
And I got Rizzo.
Man on third.
Contreras. Well, here comes Rizzo. Yep, they plunked him. Rizzo. Yeah, I think they should have just intentionally
1 out.
walked.
Men
Rizzo.
on first and third.
You what? I would intentionally walk Contreras. Actually, yeah, they would. Yeah. At 9-7. I would intentionally walk Contreras. In a sense. Yeah, you're going to intentionally walk. We could intentionally walk Contreras. Yes, they're going to intentionally walk Contreras. They know he's good. And the Monarchs know that's the catcher they're going to take instead of Duncan. Smart
1
move.
out. Bases loaded.
Now Schwarber. Schwarber's a good hitter, so they're going to let him hit. Base hit at the left. 1 scores. Rizzo will hold.
1 out. Bases loaded. They've brought the infield
Well,
in.
Coughlin knows all he's got to do is lift 1. Yeah, I think they're gonna trust Coughlin. I would. Pitch in the way. Strike 3. And now Knockblock is the last hope.
2 outs. Bases
What a
loaded.
game. It's 9-8. This is a game 7, people. Here's Knockblock. Pitch in the way. Game doubles. Rizzo scores. Contreras scores. Schwarber is gonna probably hold. He does. Chuck Knockblock does it again.
3 RBIs today.
It's now 10-9.
2 outs. Men on second and third.
Oh my God, Gizinter. And Crawford's going to come out to try to get that 1 out. The Cubs know who they're going to use now. Pitch in the way. Got him. Big strikeout by Crawford. Hayward had to come in. But the Cubs battle
5
around.
runs, 5 hits, 1 error, and 2 left
Jeez.
on.
Just when you think the game is over.
Bottom of the 9th.
It's 10-9. You know who's coming out. I probably would have went with like a Pena. But you know who's going to come in for save number 6. Center field goes to Hayward. Right field goes to Soler. So now the batting order is Heavy, Anderson, and Joseph. I don't really see any massive moves except for Duncan. Well, here's Heavy, the RBI leader. And a snag by Knoblauch. Chuck Knoblauch's come out of fucking nowhere. Here's Bubbles. He's got some hits. But he strikes out. 2 down.
2 outs, bases empty.
And now, New Joseph is the last hope. He did hit a 3-run home run in the 7th. Pitch of the way. Got him! It's over! Cubs win! Cubs win! Cubs win! Holy St. Laurent.
Next time, this is
This is a game 7 worthy of just playing 1 game. I was going to do a special matchup between Florida 93 and Tampa 98. But you know what? This is better on its own. Cahill beats Ginson Chapman 6 save. New Joseph is the MVP despite on the losing side. What a game. Yeah, you know what? I am not going to ruin this by having a second game. Anyway, the 2016 Cubs win with 10 runs, 15 hits, and 10 left. The Monarchs, 9 runs, 19 hits, an error, and 10 left as well. Both guys got 5. Schwarber with a double. Knobloch with two doubles. Rizzo with a double. Coughlin with a double. So five doubles by the Cubs. Bryant with a triple. Fowler hit one off Killian. So the Cubs had a team cycle, single, double, triple homer. Rizzo got hit by a pitch. Contreras was intentionally walked. Well, that was a smart move at the time. RBIs. Schwarber with two. Fowler with one. Coughlin with two. Knobloch with three. Bryant with one. And Wagner with one. With six RBIs with two outs, including that Knobloch knock. Pardon the pun. Anyway, the Monarchs. New Joseph had a double. Jimmy Fox had a triple. Toby Moore, New Joseph, and Jimmy Fox with tater tots. So Joseph and Fox had. Joseph was a triple short of the cycle, I think, right? Joseph had four hits. So yeah, New Joseph was a triple short of the cycle. Double X had three hits. Yeah. Double X had three hits. So yeah, so Fox with a triple, a homer, and a single. So Jimmy Fox was a double short of the cycle. New Joseph was a triple short of the cycle. Um, Heavy Johnson was hit by a pitch. RBIs Duncan with one, Anderson with one, Dobie with one, New Joseph with four, Heavy with one, and Fox with one, with seven two-out RBIs. Well, the Cubs had two steals. Knobloch and Wagner. Johnston got picked off, and so did Duncan. So two caught steals by the Monarchs. Hendricks went four in the third. He tried and he failed. They went with Rondon, who did okay. Montgomery, they called him a blown save. I don't know why. Joe Smith couldn't do anything. Cahill couldn't do anything. But then in the ninth, they used Chapman, and he has had a triple zero ERA. 4 hours, 4 minutes. Well, that makes sense. Bully Rogan in 2/3 gave up a run. Then it went with Killian, and then Ron Rube Curry went 3 innings, and Bell, William, and Cliff, and then Gisentner was supposed to get the save, but he botched it. Dear, oh dear. Series stats 44 and 42, so 86 runs in 7 games. That is a number of 12.28. So 12, more than 12 runs per game. So it was 8, 13, 4, 14, 12, 16, 19. So only games 1 and 3, which Cubs won, had less than 10 runs combined. So the Monarchs, when there's more than 10 runs combined, wins the game. Almost all the time. RBI totals, the leaders in RBIs were Knobloch, Contreras, and Wagner with 6 each. Yeah, there was no way the Monarchs knew they were going to get Contreras. 4 home runs, 42 RBIs. 4 RBIs by Bryant, Rizzo, and Schwarber. Yeah, Schwarber. This one only playing 5 games with 4 RBIs. Nice. Knobloch and sorry. 3 RBIs by Hayward and Fowler, 2 by Coughlin, 2 by Zobrist, 1 by Ross. Soler played the most games with an RBI with 5. Even Candelario, he had, I think it was a bases loaded walk to Candelario or something like that. He had an RBI. And he, in real life, in the 2026 World Baseball Classic, actually got a strange double off Korea. What a job. Batting average, well, Zobrist couldn't do much, and neither did Ross. Schwarber definitely is DH. Soler 143. The batting leader, 400 by Fowler in 7 games. Jason Hayward did okay. Hayward did good, though. 7 for 22 in the series, so he kind of got himself up. The wins, 2 by Lester, 1 by Hendricks, 1 by Cahill, even though his ERA is 33, which is like, what the fuck? Yeah, but he won when he needed to. So yeah, Lester, Hendricks, Arrieta, and Orlando Hernandez were your starters and all that. 3-2 by the starters. Cahill 1-1. The Monarchs, 3 home runs by Newt Joseph. A lot of people said maybe they should use Newt Joseph on the team, but third base. What are you gonna do? You can't get rid of Chris Bryant. You fucking can't. But they are going with the 9 RBIs of Heavy Johnson in 7 games. Yeah, Newt Allen 5. 1 RBI by Duncan. Yeah, Duncan had not a good time. 6 for 29. He definitely would have been replaced at catcher. So they are going with Heavy Johnson for sure. That will probably help the Cubs with their DH problem and all that. Well, they will. No, I think they're getting rid. That's a problem though. Hayward and Sobris and Fowler did great. So now what do you do? If you're the Cubs, what do you do? I think the Cubs might actually dump like I think Soler might be dumped. I think they said Soler might even be dumped to make room for Heavy Johnson. Yeah, what are you going to do if you're the Cubs? Hayward's actually picked up speed with his hits, and so too has Fowler. So, Hayward back to the top. Hayward's went 7 for 22 though. He actually improved. So yeah, they're gonna probably get rid of Soler or even like David Ross or even Montero. Well, the Cubs do have David Ross can be the backup catcher, so I think they might take out Montero even. Yeah, they might take out Montero or Ross to get Heavy Johnson pretty much in a DH will. But that leaves Schwarber in bad taste. I don't know. Well, 2 wins by Rube Curry. He started one game. He was relieving three. Rogan had three starts. Plunk Drake two, and Lefty Grove had a start. But yeah, Gibson terrible ERA. The final ERA totals were 5.66 for the Cubs, 5.95 for the the Monarchs. What a job! Like fuck. Let's look at the box score. Let's look at the play-by-play. So the first inning was the only inning of the 9 that had no runs by other side. The top of the second, after Sobrist was on the first one, Kyle Schwarber put up a big double to score Sobrist to make it 1-0. And then after Knobloch grounded out, Dexter Fowler went deep 2-0 for the Cubbies. Monarchs got one. Nate Joseph was on second when Frank Duncan hit a single to make it 2-1, trying to prove people don't get rid of me. And then at the bottom of the fourth, the bases were loaded for Bubbles Anderson, who singled to score Cobb, but New Joseph whiffed. Yeah, he was the player of the game, and yet he struck out with the bases loaded. That could have been big of a Hendricks, and probably yanked Hendricks. Bye-bye. Monarchs made a home run by Dobie Moore. Duncan was actually caught stealing, so Dobie's home run was just a single shot, was a solo shot. Hendricks was replaced by Rondon. Nothing wrong. Then in the sixth, 3 runs came in. Sobris whiffed. Rizzo doubled. Contreras struck out. Yeah, they took out Curry because they were worried. And he was on fumes. Contreras whiffed. Okay, no big deal. Schwarber walked, and then Coughlin, of all people, with a double. He had one RBI coming to today. One 638. He had one freaking RBI, and he puts 2 with Rizzo and Schwarber. 4-3. And then Knobloch single Conklin home. 5-3. Then the Monarchs, after a Heavy Johnson walk and a bubble single, Montgomery comes in from Rondon and gives up a single to Newt to make it 5-4. Yeah, left on third base. Yeah, anyone left on third base? Well, New Joseph. Hurley McNair had a runner on third, but he grounded out 3-2. And then New Joseph singled. The Monarchs with 4 runs. Johnston grounded out. Jimmy Fox tripled. McNair whiffed. No big deal by Montgomery. Then Heavy Johnson singled to score Fox, makes it 5-5. They put Joe Smith in. Bubbles singled first and second for New Joseph, who went deep, make it 8-5. Duncan singled. Cahill kind of come in for Smith after the 3 batter rule. And then Dobie grounded out. 8-5, top of the eighth, nothing. I think the top of the eighth was the first 1-2-3 inning. Yeah. This is a game 7. This is a classic. Instant fucking classic. I mean, the Cubs, that was the first time, the top of the eighth, that somebody got them out 1-2-3 on the other side. Jeez. Then the bottom of the eighth, Cobb lined out. Newt Allen would bat for Johnston, fly out, and then Jimmy Fox hits a home run to make it 9-5 and seemingly end the game. Bobo would hit for McNair. Hayward, so Sweat was inserted in center field. Hayward would bat for Fowler and actually single. A lot of people thought, why him? Well, you got a single. Chris Bryant tripled to score Hayward to make it 9-6. It was a safe situation, so Gibson Terry was coming in. Wagner single to score Bryant, 9-7, no big deal. Soler would bat for Sobrist, and thanks to Wagner ruining Duncan and with an E2, Wagner went to third. Soler whiffed, so that was 1 out. And then Rizzo got hit by a pitch. First and third, they decided to intentionally walk Contreras, set up a play at every play for Schwarber, but he singles to score Rizzo. Wagner. Bases loaded for Coughlin, he struck out, so it looked like it was going to be the Monarchs. Knobloch comes in, rips a double at a 1-1 pitch score Rizzo and Contreras to make it 10-9. And Hayward would strike out. Chapman would come in for Cahill. Hayward would go to center. Soler to right. Heavy Johnson, Bubbles Anderson, and New Joseph all went down by the wayside as Rodon Chapman fucking proved why he was the greatest. So that is it. The 2016 Cubs win 10-9. The play of the day was Knobloch's double with 2 outs. Yep, figured. The bracket, this is what the bracket will look like. The 1906 Cubs will face the 1999 Diamondbacks, and the 2016 Cubs take on the 1908 Cubs. Only 2 of those 4 teams, if seeding went the way it was, were supposed to get out of the first round. None of these 4 teams were expected to make the quarterfinals, much less the semis. And since, yep, we are going to keep those. And we have to make a trade. I forgot about that. I almost forgot, but I didn't. So, the 2016 Cubs send to the Monarchs. I don't know who you send to the Monarchs. They're going to send Montero to the Cubs, to the Monarchs. So Montero is the guy gone. David Ross will be your backup catcher, so no problems. And then pitching wise, who do you think the Cubs will get rid of? Who would you get rid of? Can't get rid of Hernandez. You can't get rid of Layfield because they already been cup tied. Could get rid of Cahill. Well, who do they want? Well, Cahill did win them game 7, so they are going to probably, yes. So Montgomery kind of blew it, so they're going to get rid of Montgomery. It could have been Felix Pena, but no, they're getting rid of Montgomery. So now the Monarchs have to trade 2 players. 16. Thank you. Now the question is, which player? Well, Rube Curry is 5-0. Yeah, he is 5-0, so they might need an extra, maybe a 4th starter. So yeah, they're going to go with Rube Curry, obviously. And they're going to take Heavy, where's the crown? So Heavy Johnson is gone. I think that's going to kind of save the DH situation for the Cubs. Now, let's take a look at the schedule. Friday is the semifinals. Game 1 is expected to see Three Finger Brown versus Randy Johnson. Oh man, that's going to be big. Arrieta versus Roebuck. Now, these games start Monday, so no PC replay tomorrow. I feel bad for not doing the Marlins Rays expansion battle, but they will get a chance if one of those, if I only have one game of those things, 5 or 6, that I might just go for. I don't know. Game 2, as of right now, is Pfister versus Dahl and Lester versus Three Finger Brown. Well, 1908 Three Finger Brown. Game 3 sees Reynoso versus Lundgren, and I think they might not go for him. My guess is that they'll probably find somebody else for Reynoso. Arizona, I think, has a weird pitching rotation. And then you got Lundgren for the 1906 Cubs. 1908 Cubs, Pfister versus Hendricks. Game 4. Well, I think they're pitching on 3 days rest. Game 5. Is Game 5 something? Or no? No, I don't know. They'll figure out the pitching rotation. So yeah, we don't know. Yeah, Arizona. I don't know what they'll do. Like, who do they have for starters? Who do they have for starters? For starters. Well, they have Randy and Dahl. Reynoso. You have Marichal probably. Who did they pick up from the? Wait, who did they pick up from the White Sox? Don't really think they picked. Oh no, I guess the roster. Yeah, who did they pick up? Dan Carlson? Who did they pick up? Well, there's Marichal. I guess he could kind of play in. You have Steve Stone. Like, why the heck have you not used Steve Stone? I would. Steve Stone and Giolotto. So yeah, so Stone and Giolotto have. I think Giolotto might be pitching game 4 or something. If I'm Arizona, yeah, I think Arizona. I don't know what they'll do with Reynoso. Are they gonna pick him? Or are they gonna go with a Giolotto baby? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyway, thanks for watching this great Game 7. I'm Jeff Diamond.